It's time to go X30 Pro, main event racing here from GoPro.
All right, thank you, Xander. A little new things we're doing here with a grid walk with our highlight event, the X30 senior class set to go underway. And the two locked out there for the Rawlson Performance Group. That is Ryan Norberg starting next to Hayden Jones, and the young gun, Justin Anaconas. His first time around this track was at this event last year in July. Says that he meshes well, he enjoys the flow, and he has been very competitive. He has been one of the only few drivers who've been able to take it to Ryan Norberg and maybe keeping him at bay. Right behind him, we got Alex Stanfield, also back into an X30 again after taking quite a bit of time off, running in the KA class only. He now finds himself starting at P4. Aiden Ingrata, another young gun, a kid who has his first X30 senior race coming to him right now. Has done a fantastic job all weekend, puts it inside the top 5 in the fifth spot. Got Adam Brickley starting in the 6th position. He is the hometown hero as he finds himself right next to Nate Cicero, another Rawlson Performance Group Kart, starting in the 7th spot with Brian Bowley, another RPG starting in the number 8. After that, you get Tully Massimino and Jacob Kolar running at your top 10, Xander.
And then it goes all the way back on through the field. It's time to go with the first of the 2 headline classes here on the weekend. X30 Pro had that super cool MG Tires X30 Pro night shootout last night. Talking to Ryan Norberg and Hayden Jones, beat them up a good bit. One of the more physical layouts here that you can run at GoPro Motorplex was the site of it all, but they both will get to start from the pointy end of the grid. A clear racetrack and a Rawlson Performance Group cosmic lockout of the top 2 spots. Justin Anaconas threw a couple haymakers at Ryan Norberg in the pre-final. He rolls off 3rd. He's got a good shot at him here again to try and do some more damage in this main event. Dalton Haynes, as you mentioned here, tire wear could come into play for this one. Everyone with brand new tires for the main event, saving them up for the final session of the weekend. So all of the tire wear that you may have had or may not have had in those earlier heats, in that earlier pre-final, that's all out the window. It's brand new sticker MG yellows for the X30 Pros as they round the final corner. Norberg and Jones on the front row as they come down to the front straightaway. And here we go. We get set for the start. X30 Pro, $5,000 on the line and more as we get into the tram lines, and we're green down to turn 1. Look at the start go, 2 and 3 wide up the hill. Jones gets into 2nd, and in 3rd will be Justin Anaconas as they go down to the back straightaway.
Yeah, Justin was unable to get a decent sized jump that he wanted as they go down to the fence. Ryan Norberg trying to hold off his teammate of Jones, and the rest of the field already starting to single file, a little side by side up the hill in 4. That's a little farther out back in the field. So right now it's a 1-2 of the Rawlson Performance Groups, Ryan Norberg and Hayden Jones. Justin Anaconas looking for him to move for some haymakers here on the start again.
Jones knows it as well. He's going to block a little bit for 2nd, try to keep himself in a good spot as the field cycles on through the opening hairpins here. Norberg, Jones, Anaconas, 1, 2, 3. Alex Stanfield, again, he's been just there all weekend, inside the top 5. Really good run here for the team GWR Tonykart as they head out of the final corner and down the front stretch. Just needs to continue to find a little more pace. Maybe he's got it. Down in turn number 1, Anaconas pulls up to Jones, gets close to him as they hike the hill and head to turn number 3. And we're underway. 24 laps to go. Jones with a big run forces Norberg to block into turn number 4.
It was a top 4 breakaway, but now Paulie Massimino in that 2nd group is starting to bring him back up. He's bringing Dalton Haynes with him. Decent size start. I think Dalton Haynes is now trying to see if he can maybe get on the back bumper. Massimino get him back up as now Massimino goes to defend. Side by side, here comes Anaconas up into 2nd.
Hayden Jones, the new leader here. Norberg gets back into 3rd, and it looks like a big-time shuffle for Alex Stanfield. He'll lose a lot of spots as he gets thrown to the wayside, so it's a breakaway out front. Anaconas and Jones, Norberg P3, side-by-side for 4th and on back as they come down the front straightaway.
There's still plenty of time yet to go.
Anaconas down the inside on Jones there, quickly getting to the lead as they head up to turn number 3.
Yeah, now Ryan Norberg starting to close up to the top 2 of the pass back and forth. As we have one way off of the grass back there. Couldn't quite see what the cart number was, or the cart for that matter. But it is now going to be Justin out in front, and it looks like Ryan Norberg maybe starting to get held up from his teammate a little bit.
Yeah, Justin Anaconas through a break. That was Aiden Ingrata going through the grass over at the outside of turn number 3. Headed down into turn number 8 this time. We go side by side there, passed by maybe Dalton Haynes, I think, getting up a spot. As unfortunately, a little bit of lag there on the cameras. We'll try and continue to work on them here as the field goes on through turn number 9.
So not going to make their way back on the main straight again. Justin out in front. Here's a side by side. Ryan Norberg now is going to take over the 2nd spot. He gets around his teammate of Hayden Jones, so now he thinks he can take it right up to Justin to make the way out of the turn 2 and 3 complex. And how about that for Aiden Ingrata, who has now opened up a huge lead, about 5 or 6 car lengths heading into turn 4 now.
So down into turn number 4, Justin Ataconis getting away, and Norberg getting around Hayden Jones for second has brought more back into it. Dalton Haynes very quickly off the bat has gotten himself up to the lead group here, and Justin Ataconis trying to pull away. What an upset it'd be for the MDR, BJR, Lando Norris Kart, and Justin Ataconis to pull off the win here this weekend. Haynes onto the bumper of Jones. Nate Cicero is there. Jeremy Fletcher not high enough. That's Alex Stanfield there in the 6th spot. Right behind him is Massimino up the hill. Here comes Haynes on the inside of Jones. He goes through. Dalton Haynes to 3rd.
Yeah, so Dalton Haynes now is going to be in the disadvantage coming down to the stride, but it looks like Jones might be holding an inside line on there just a little bit. Dalton will hold on. He's got a sight set at the top too. Ryan Norberg, the veteran, trying to reel in Justin Ataconis out in front.
So Justin Ataconis there leads the way. Dalton Haynes blocking Hayden Jones just a bit, trying to give himself some separation. And now Dalton Haynes, the privateer, big brother, little brother operation, trying to go head-to-head with 2 of the powerhouses in the sport. Mike Doty Racing, Brandon Jarstrek Racing's main driver here this weekend. Justin Ataconis in the X30 Pro class leading the way. Ryan Norberg trying to track him down. Haynes still 3rd. Jones in 4th. Stanfield in 5th as one driver gets booted wide. I think that was Nate Cicero getting knocked to the wayside in turn number 9.
So now let's see, is Ataconis going to work with Ryan Norberg? Is Ryan Norberg going to go by or try to push him to get more separation? It is 20 laps to go now. They're only 5 in. Coming out of turn 2, Ryan slowly getting there, but it looks like Dalton Haynes has also got some serious pace. He's slowly starting to catch back up to Ryan Norberg, pulling away for the teammates of Norberg of Hayden Jones to make the way into turn 4. Jones is holding on right there, but right behind Jones, that is Alex Stanfield, also trying to recover some spots lost.
So Justin Ataconis takes them into the infield here. Ryan Norberg still about 4 car lengths back, not close enough. Dalton Haynes closing in here. It would be a big-time upset for Dalton Haynes to pull off the win if he could get there, but he's got to close up. Norberg bearing down on Ataconis. Ataconis knows what he has to do to try and win this thing. He's been aggressive today. He's thrown a few blocks, he's thrown a few passes, and now he's got the lead here. 19 laps to go, 6 in. Justin Ataconis leads over Ryan Norberg and Dalton Haynes.
Ryan Norberg, you can see his head down, up on the wheel, trying to make himself as aerodynamic as possible. And it looks like slowly but surely, Haynes is closing up. Norberg went purple last lap. He is in the toe of Ataconis. Let's see if Justin is going to start to maybe defend his line once Ryan gets just a little bit closer, maybe 10, 15 feet. Because right now, he can still afford to take him over a racing line. But right now, also, Ryan Norberg is dealing with the aero watch that is coming off the back of Ataconis.
So down to turn number 8 here, Norberg a car length back. Haynes is pulling away a little bit early, but hasn't really closed the gap too much. Hayden Jones still in the 4th spot. Alex Stanfield still there, still surviving, still fighting there in 5th on the Team GWR Tonykart. A great and impressive run here for the U.S. Pro Kart Series KA Senior National Champion. Down the front stretch now, we are another lap in, 18 laps to go as they head to turn number 1. Ataconis still the leader.
Norberg now, I think he's just trying to be patient here. 18 laps is still quite a long time. Remember back, their heat races were about 15 laps long, and we are well over that mark yet as he now closes up to the back bumper every single time in turn 4. It looks like he gets just a better run with that toe out of 1 all the way down to 4. Coming up the parts of the track, this is going to bunch him back up. And if you're Dalton Haynes right now in the 3rd spot, you want to see Norberg trying to maybe make a pass on Ataconis, or Ataconis ideally blocking Ryan Norberg to bunch the field back up.
Yeah, Ryan Norberg, fastest driver on the circuit, hunting down Justin Ataconis. Dalton Haynes, Alex Stanfield, Hayden Jones losing touch with the top 2 as they climb the hill. 17 laps to go now. Justin Ataconis sees that gap coming down a little bit. Norberg closing in, half a car length away down to turn number 1.
I'll tell you one thing, if you're Ryan Norberg, you may have to try to catch Justin off guard. We know that Justin is not opposed to trying to maybe keep him at bay early. So if he's going to try to make a dive bomb move, look for a deep send here from Ryan Norberg. He's trying to catch him off guard early.
Yeah, Norberg knows it here. He's seen Ataconis get a little bit more aggressive as the weekend's gone on to try and play a little more of the racecraft game as Alex Stanfield is coming on strong here. He's going to be battling Dalton Haynes for 3rd in a moment. Here he goes, turn 8, down the inside. Alex Stanfield is by. Haynes now side by side with Jones. He's going to keep him pinned. Jones can't get by Haynes, but Alex Stanfield moves up to 3rd. So move Alex Stanfield, Team GWR Tonykart, into the podium positions now, and the money spots a little higher as here comes Norberg to the bumper of Ataconis. He stays there in 2nd.
I haven't seen Justin look back once. I'm not sure if he knows just how close he is. Make the way to 3. He's probably going to know it soon. Let's see if he takes a peek back to look. He does it. Takes home a racing line into turn 4. And now, just like that, Ryan Norberg breathing down the back bumper of Justin Ataconis as they make their way in the parts of the track. Let's see if he tries to set him up for a pass in turn 6.
Look how far back Alex Stanfield is. Justin Ataconis league of his own on this layout here. He is so strong, and he is really taking it to the 7-time pro champ. It would be a huge win for Justin Ataconis and a walk-off win as he starts to ride off into the sunset with his national karting career. Alex Stanfield trying to close up. Dalton Haynes still a little ways back. Hayden Jones right behind. But again, for Ataconis, I think this is his final stint before he gets set to go off fully to college. As a college freshman, 17 years old, doesn't really have much more racing he can do in the bank. As they go down the backstretch, Norberg's close enough for a dive. Turn 4 for the lead. He gets by Ryan Norberg to the point now with 15 laps to go.
You see Ryan pointing forward, telling Justin, hey, you're going to have to push me. You saw how far back that pack has gotten. If he can maybe spread it out just a little bit more, here in about 10 laps to go, or sorry, 10 laps in, 5 more to go. They might be able to go back and forth, but let's see if Justin maybe wants to work with them or if he wants to try to keep that bay here early.
So Justin Ataconis following behind the footsteps of Ryan Norberg, a car length back as Norberg starts to open the gap back up. Ataconis still right there to the final corner. Big push down the front straightaway. He'll be close enough to make a dive into one if he wants it. He'll push it down to turn number 1.
I'm not quite sure if that's the best idea to do if you're Justin. You know that Ryan Norberg is known as Mr. Consistent, but right now he has got the power to stay on his back bumper, headed down into turn 4, continues to give him a giant shove onto Ryan Norberg, so it looks like these two might set sail and pull away from the rest of the field.
Yeah, Justin Ataconis happy to ride for the moment here, learn a little bit of where his strengths and weaknesses are in comparison to Norberg. Norberg rolls turn 6 so well here on this layout, and he pulled a half a car length on Ataconis that time. Turn 8 though, they both look pretty even over there. Let's see over to turn number 9. This is where Norberg was really able to pull an Ataconis earlier in the day. Not so much here now. Ataconis has a lot of grip on the new tires, so he's just got to hang on to him. 13 to go this time. Justin Ataconis, big run down the front stretch here to Norberg, to the bumper again.
He continues to give him a push. I think he's going to go long-term here with Ryan. He's going to hope for the next 14 laps they can maybe get a gap going as long as they can, as we are now halfway in this 25-lap main coming down to it, and it's still going to be Justin giving a push there to Ryan.
So into turn number 4, the 2 leaders might stay single file for a little bit longer. Alex Stanfield, best of the rest, back in 3rd, continuing to ride ahead of Dalton Haynes and Hayden Jones. Brian Bowley's worked his way up a couple spots to the 6th position. Nate Cicero back in 7th, while the leaders run single file up front. It's single file 3rd, 4th, and 5th here on the order. Dalton Haynes again up quite a few spots from 11th on the grid, 7 spots gained. 14 spots gained for Jeremy Fletcher, 7 gained for Ashley O'Hara Butcher there. 9th and 10th for them as they crack the top 10 from way back on the grid.
So now coming down into turn 1, Justin continues to get that push halfway down the straightaway to Ryan Norberg, trying to see if he can't edge him away. The gap now between Ataconis and the rest of the field is about 1.9 seconds for himself, and Stanfield riding around there in 3rd. So with the 2-second gap in an X30 class, it's plenty of time here. Even if you want to start racing it now, we're probably about 3 or 4 laps for the rest of the field decides to get back up.
Yeah, and again, just 2 drivers, so again, there's still, you know, a lot of passing they can do, and they don't have to worry about anyone really kind of stuffing it and making that pass a longer pass. Right, you're losing multiple spots, so that time gap again, it would only be really minimized to maybe 2 or 3 tenths at the worst as they head up the hill to turn number 11. They'll come down the front stretch this time. Norberg the leader by 2 car lengths over Ataconis. Bigger lead than he's had in a minute. This is where Ataconis should probably see if he can get a run on it and maybe get back by before Norberg really starts to set sail. He's starting to turn the wick up. Big run for Ataconis down the back. Big run. Close enough, not close enough, turn 4.
See, can't get him into 4. Let's see if he can get him going into 8 as makes way till the top of the hill. Only trim about a half a car length, closes him up. Do that quick little left-right, coming down to double left-handers. He's there to possibly make a move heading into 8. I don't think he's going to take it. He's going to continue to follow. This may be what does it for him. If he continues to let Ryan lead out in front, he doesn't quite fall off as much as the rest of the field, so they slowly start to edge his way away.
Now Justin Ataconis got closer though that time, proving us a little bit wrong. He closes back up to turn number 11. Nice run down the front straightaway for Justin Ataconis and company. Half a car length back for Norberg. Matches him there stride for stride on the next lap. 11 to go here around GoPro Motorplex. Already 15 in. Sorry, 10 laps to go now. So 15 down, 10 to go. Norberg and Ataconis with a healthy lead back out to the rest of the pack. Led by Alex Stanfield, Dalton Haynes, and Hayden Jones.
Stretch it out to about 2.1 seconds, so we're gaining about a tenth or 2 a lap of the rest of the field. And like you said, that second pack has kind of gotten a little stagnant too. I think they are hoping that something happens in the top 2 to maybe make a move, but they're also not close enough to draft or bump draft off each other. They're kind of equal spacing there between Stanfield, Jones, and then teams right behind them as you continue to watch the top two. There's a good field of view. Those three have good space between each other. This time by, though, 9 laps to go. Let's see if Anaconis maybe starts to crank it back up. Thinking about making a move on Ryan Norberg.
So he's been able to stay close there that time. Half a car length back from the 348 machines. They go up the hill, down through turn number 3 and onto the back straightaway. Ryan Norberg and Justin Anaconis still the top two. Back behind there again, we're not seeing any action really, it seems like, inside most of the top 10. After a good start, Jeremy Fletcher is faded. Ashley Rogero Butcher is still hanging on to the 9th spot, but we're all right up front. 8 laps to go next time by for Ryan Norberg as he chases a clean sweep of the weekend. Justin Anaconis trying to play spoiler, trying to get his first career Pro Division win. It would be huge here today at Gopher Motorplex for him.
Making the way out of the final couple of corners now to put one more lap in the bank. 8 to go at the line. Justin seems to maybe be falling off just a little bit, maybe a foot or two every lap, as you can see him up on the wheel. Not as close as he was before to Ryan heading into turn 1. Making the way out of 1, heading up into 2 now. He does get a run here from 2 all the way down into 4. Let's see if he takes it this lap. He stays glued to the back bumper of Ryan heading into turn 4.
So still there through turn number 4, 7.5 laps to go. Maybe a 2-car duel it could come down to. Anaconis has hung on for the majority of this session so far. He's only got a few more laps to stay there to be able to contend with Norberg for the lead in the race win. It's a 2-car breakaway. Again, Alex Stanfield doing a solid job back in the 3rd spot as we watch him exit. Hayden Jones has gotten around Dalton Haynes back from P3 and P4. So Hayden Jones up 1 spot back higher in the top 5. Dalton Haynes got going quick, faded quick a little bit now. He's back in 5th and losing a little bit of touch to Jones and Stanfield.
Both of the drivers look back here in the top 2. Both Ryan and Anaconis look back and see how much time they have. They have a good amount of time, almost 2.5 seconds, just over 2.5 seconds between Justin and Alex Stanfield. And now here comes Justin on the inside of Ryan Norberg. Norberg lets him have it. He doesn't want to lose any time, so now he goes straight to the back bumper. How long until Ryan decides to pass back on Justin?
So let's see here. Justin Anaconis to the lead with a big gap out back. 2.5 seconds. 2.5 seconds, nearly 3 back to Alex Stanfield, who's put some clean laps together. If they fight hard enough and they stay together, it'll bring them in. Otherwise, if Norberg waits here, now Norberg's in the spot to try and hold on to Anaconis, who pulls away a little bit out of turn number 9. 6 laps to go this time by. 2-car duel for the lead and the win here in X30 Pro. Justin Anaconis trying to upset the RPG winning streak that's gone on for the entire summer stretch. Up the hill towards turn 3, 6 laps around.
Ryan's got the toe now. Let's see if he takes it now, if he's going to go to the back bumper. Going into turn 4, looks like he's going to continue to push. So it's the same story, different drivers. Now it's Justin out in front over Ryan, making the way out of turn 4. And it looks like maybe Justin gets a better run there, coming out of the turn 4 complex and making his way down the hill. Right here, Ryan is not close enough to make a dive bomb move that he wanted to try. But I think he's content winning for the last couple of laps.
Yeah, really good day here for Justin Anaconis. Really good weekend in the works. It would be huge for him to pull it off. Out of turn number 9 this time. It'll only be 5 more laps remaining. Looking for that elusive first career Pro National win. Justin Anaconis across the line. 20 down. He leads the way. Norberg second. Pushes him down to 1.
So he's going to again try to build that gap back up. They had it to almost 3 seconds. Now it's sitting at 2.6. They lost a little bit of time with that pass that they made on each other. It could be that Stanfield maybe is pulling out by a 10th here, set up for the late run. I think it's because Ryan's getting a little bit of a push there to Justin to try to open that gap back up. Like you said, 5 laps to go. This has also been a battle of attrition. 25 laps is a very long time here, especially at GoPro Motorplex, which is a little bit longer of a track. So let's see who can hold on longer here between the young gun and the veteran making the way out of turn 8.
Out of turn number 8 and over to turn number 9. 4 laps to go. Just counting down the laps here out front in X30 Pro. Justin Anaconis versus Ryan Norberg up the hill to the final turn. Norberg's winning streak got ended by his teammate Hayden Jones, but again, RPG have been so strong. The best showing here for both Justin Anaconis personally and for the MVR BJR camp has been their main competitor here this year. A single car operation, no extra data, no extra video, doing it all on his lonesome under the tent with the heavy coaching from Brandon Jarzabrak and Mike Doty. And Jarzabrak, one of the drivers with one of the most laps around this circuit out of anyone, after being a Kart Sport North America factory driver for a couple of seasons. And then now, launching his own program, working with his old mentor, Mike Doty, who still has his race team as well. And they've joined efforts on the national circuit. 3 to go this time for their latest prodigy, Justin Anaconis, to try and clinch his first career Pro National win. He pulls a car length on Norberg out of 9, out of the final turn. 3 laps to go. Justin Anaconis leads Ryan Norberg in X30 Pro.
Down into turn one, it looks like Ryan isn't going to make his move. He's probably waiting until he sees either two sticks up in the air because he knows that Justin's going to defend once it's two to go. Let's see if Justin tries to defend early here. Goes 11 normal racing line. Here comes Ryan on the inside. Take him to the point.
Well, Ryan Norberg now leads with 2.5 to go. Counting the laps, trying to keep an eye on it all. Ataconis needs a good run here. He knows he's not as good through 6, but he's a little better through turn number 8. He's got a close run on him. Norberg's going to block already. He locks up, gets a little bit sideways. Ataconis gets back to the bumper over to turn number 9. Norberg going to block there as well. Ataconis crosses him over there out of turn number 9. What a move by Justin Ataconis. Catches a 7-time champ off guard. And now 2 laps to go. Who can outrace the other? Down the front straightaway, Ataconis leads by a car length. Norberg's not close enough in turn 1.
He's going to have to defend going into 3 if he wants to hold off Ryan. He didn't defend into 1. He is defending now into 3. Let's see if he defends down this back straightaway. Coming down to it, goes middle of the track. Ryan takes the
Problems for Dalton Haynes in the 14. He's off the racetrack and a DNF out of the top 5. As we go back to the battle for the lead, Norberg not close enough. A lap and a half to go. The fences are lined to see. Will the 7-time pro champ, the winningest driver in the modern era, get beaten? Will Justin Ataconis be the first to knock Rollison Performance Group off the top step in X30 Pro? He's got a lap and a quarter to do it. Just needs a block well in 9. Gets a shot there in the back from Norberg. Out of turn number 9. Have a car length lead here. That's enough here to run the normal line in the last turn. White flag, 1 to go. Justin Ataconis trying to hang on. Everybody watching this one. Here comes Norberg low. Ataconis blocks him off.
Ataconis is going to have to white line it now, but he's going to cross him over. He's got to get to the inside quick. Norberg going to take the normal racing line out of 3. Justin's going to be at a disadvantage coming down into 4. He looks back, middle of the track. Ryan goes normal. Can he hold on for another half a lap? Xander taking from here.
Out of turn number 4, you can feel the tension on the fence line. Will Ryan Norberg get topped off here? Will Justin Ataconis be able to come away with the win? 3 major passing zones coming up. Here's the first one. Ataconis slow into 8. Blocks there. Norberg crossover. Has the momentum. They're side by side in turn number 9. Banging tires. Ataconis keeps him close. Norberg gets to the inside. Drives him off the racetrack. And Norberg with the lead. Ataconis tried to hang on to it. Ryan Norberg pulls off another stunner and wins it on Sunday, $5,000.